Sri D.S. Gill pointed out that expenditure on certain facilities provided by an employer was not treated as prerequisites. He expressed the view that only taxable prerequisites should be included in the allowance of one-fifth of the salary payable to an employee. The chairman said that the committee should suggest to government that in so far as the calculation of prerequisites was concerned, the ceiling of ₹1,000 should be removed. The board decided to address the Central Board of Direct Taxes on the above issues. The board considered a letter dated 26 October 1971 from Industrial Corporation Limited on the deduction of income tax at source of interest paid to bank on retiring documents for purchase of material. Sri J. S. Gill, explaining the position, said that unless there was some obligation or agreement, interest had to be paid to the bank by the buyer on retiring the documents beyond the due date, which will be passed on by the bank to the seller's banker or to the seller himself. If interest was released by the bankers of the seller, then tax need not be deducted at source. The difficulty, however, was that the buyer will not be able to know whether interest is being released by the bankers of the seller or the seller. Again, the bankers of the buyer will always insist for full amount of the documents and the total interest payable thereon, because they have to remit the amount of the documents and the interest in full to the bankers of the seller or the seller. Here also it was possible for buyer to deduct income tax at source on interest paid. The board felt that since the bank was collecting interest from the buyer and passing it on to the seller, the responsibility for deducting the tax at source should be shifted to the bank. As an alternative to the above, the chairman's suggestion that the bank should disclose to the buyer the interest to be paid to the seller and accept the reduced amount from the buyer after deduction of tax at source and issue a certificate to the seller for tax deduction was accepted. It was decided that a suitable representation be addressed to the Central Board of Direct Taxes on the above lines. According to the provision in the above section within bracket introduced by the Finance Act, the exemption from income tax of travel concession granted to an employee from his place of employment to his home town will be available for him up to the distance of the hometown, even if he goes anywhere else in India. This means that if a person with hometown in Bombay is employed in Delhi, and if he wants to go to Kashmir, then the exemption benefit will be available to him up to the distance of his hometown from Delhi. On the other hand, a person who has taken up a job in his hometown will not be entitled to the benefit. the board decided to address the Central Board of Direct Taxes to amend this provision suitably so that persons who have taken up employment in their hometowns also get the benefit as others. The meeting ended with a vote of thanks to the chair